Tensions are escalating between India and Canada, centering around the controversial figure of Lawrence Bishnoi, a notorious criminal linked to organized crime. This diplomatic crisis ignited when Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau alleged that Indian agents may have been involved in the assassination of a Sikh separatist leader in Canada. Bishnoi, known for his criminal activities and connections, has become a focal point in this complex situation. India has vehemently denied these allegations, calling them baseless and politically motivated. The fallout has led to a significant diplomatic rift, with both countries expelling diplomats and issuing travel advisories. As the world watches closely, this incident raises critical questions about international relations, sovereignty, and the implications of organized crime on global diplomacy. The stakes are high, and the ramifications of this crisis could reshape the dynamics between these two nations for years to come. Lawrence Bishnoi, a name that resonates with fear and intrigue in the world of organized crime in India. At just 31, this gangster from Punjab has built an extensive criminal empire, notorious for orchestrating high-profile murders, including threats against Bollywood superstar Salman Khan. Despite being incarcerated in Sabarmati Central Jail, Bishnoi's influence remains formidable, with reports suggesting he continues to orchestrate operations from behind bars. His network stretches beyond India, raising alarms about international crime syndicates. Bishnoi's story is a chilling reminder of how deeply organized crime can infiltrate society, leaving a trail of violence and fear in its wake. The recent allegations from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police are deeply concerning. Assistant Commissioner Brigitte Gauvin's assertion that Indian government agents may have collaborated with Bishnoi's gang to target pro-Khalistani elements in Canada raises serious questions about international relations and sovereignty. This isn't just a matter of local crime. It suggests a troubling intersection of political motivations and organized crime. The implications of such collaboration could destabilize not only Canada, but also its diplomatic ties with India. As political analysts, we must scrutinize the evidence, understand the broader geopolitical context, and consider the ramifications of state-sponsored actions on foreign soil. This situation demands our attention, as it could redefine the landscape of international law and order. The recent revelation regarding the murder of Hardeep Singh Nijjar has intensified an already fraught diplomatic relationship between Canada and India. The Canadian government's assertion of possible Indian involvement is met with a firm denial from India, creating a complex web of accusations and counterclaims. This situation not only highlights the fragile nature of international relations, but also raises significant concerns about the potential for escalating violence within the South Asian community in Canada. As political analysts, we must scrutinize the implications of this tension, considering the historical context of the Khalistani movement and its resonance in diaspora politics. The stakes are high, and the need for careful diplomacy has never been more critical. The expulsion of 6 Canadian diplomats by India, including the acting High Commissioner, marks a significant escalation in diplomatic tensions. This decisive action underscores India's firm stance against what it perceives as unfounded allegations that threaten its sovereignty. Indian officials have categorically dismissed the Canadian claims as baseless and politically motivated, a narrative that complicates any potential diplomatic resolution. This situation not only reflects the fragility of international relations, but also serves as a stark reminder of the geopolitical chess game at play. As both nations grapple with these accusations, the implications for future diplomatic engagement remain uncertain, raising critical questions about the balance of power and the integrity of state sovereignty in an increasingly polarized world. Political analysts are sounding the alarm over a situation that could lead Canada into deeper isolation and heightened tensions on the global stage. If the allegations against India are proven true, we could see serious repercussions for Indian nationals living in Canada and abroad. This might spark a backlash against South Asian communities here, as fear and suspicion take root. Furthermore, there's a growing concern about increased scrutiny on diaspora groups that are perceived as backing pro-Khalistani movements. The implications are profound. Not only could this strain diplomatic relations, but it could also fracture community ties within Canada itself. The stakes are high, and the potential fallout is something we must closely monitor. The international community is closely monitoring the evolving situation between India and Canada. Countries with substantial Indian and Canadian diaspora populations are actively urging both governments to pursue a peaceful resolution. This incident is not just a bilateral issue. It has the potential to impact trade relations, security cooperation, and collaborative efforts on pressing global challenges like climate change. Experts warn that any escalation could disrupt the long-standing partnerships that both nations have built over the years. As diplomacy unfolds, the stakes are high, and the world is watching closely to see how these two nations navigate this critical juncture. The implications extend far beyond their borders, affecting global stability and international relations. To fully grasp the gravity of the current crisis between India and Canada, we must delve into their historical context. For decades, these nations have maintained diplomatic relations, yet recent years have seen tensions rise, particularly surrounding the Sikh diaspora and issues of separatism. The differing perspectives on these matters have not only strained ties, but also highlighted the complexities of their relationship. This moment could be pivotal, as both countries navigate the delicate balance between national sovereignty and the rights of minority communities. Understanding this backdrop is essential for political analysts seeking to interpret the implications of the ongoing situation and its potential impact on international relations. India-Canada relations are at a critical juncture. Recent tensions have raised questions about the future of diplomatic ties between these two nations. The expulsion of diplomats and accusations of interference have created a rift that could signal the start of a prolonged crisis. Both countries are now navigating a complex landscape of trade, immigration, and security concerns. As we analyze the situation, it's essential to consider the historical context. India's growing global influence and Canada's commitment to multiculturalism are both at play. Will diplomatic channels be enough to mend this divide, or are we witnessing a shift that could redefine bilateral relations? The stakes are high, and the world is watching closely. Stay informed as this story unfolds, and let's see if diplomacy can prevail in these turbulent times.